Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Matt again here, another episode of Brailsford's Rides. If you can't tell already from the thumbnail, we are going to trade in the Boss 302 for a SCATPACK. We're on our way, we're going to go see how the other side of the car community lives. My good friends at Moore Buick GMC have let me know they have a SCATPACK on the lot. They also have a Bullet Mustang, and so at some point we'll probably do a video on that if it's still there. But first I want to drive the SCATPACK, so let's get there and let's hop in this thing. We got some Mustangs in the lot. There's a Supra, SCATPACK, and of course a C8. I've never been in a C8.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Alright guys, so we're here at Moore Buick GMC in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and we're trading the Boss 302 for a SCATPACK. And if you guys have been part of any of the videos before, you guys obviously know I'm not actually trading the Boss 302, but I wanted to, they offered me the opportunity to come test drive this car and see how the other side lives. And I have never driven an SRT8 or a SCATPACK. I've only driven the RTs, so this will be a nice experience change. And yeah, we'll see how much more room is on the inside. I got a little man in the Boss. We're gonna throw him in the back of the SCATPACK and see how much more room we have back there. But we're not gonna do anything crazy. We're just gonna take it out for a spin, see how it handles a little bit. Ooh. And yeah, let's get this thing open. All right guys, so I'm gonna try and talk over the traffic here. It's pretty loud. This is a 2021 Dodge Challenger SCATPACK. I'm not super familiar with these cars. I have never driven any of the newer Challengers. The last one I drove was a 2011, and so this is the newest I've ever been in. But as you can see, I got little man here, and the whole point, we were trying to see how much more space we'd have in the back with a car seat, and it's actually pretty astounding. There's actually a good amount of room, of leg room back there, even with the car seat. And this seat in here, it slid forward a little bit, but I think there's still enough room up here that I could fit in there. I love the bolstering of the seat. These are cloth seats, just like my Boss 302. They also have a little bit of badge emblem like the Boss 302, but you do have the high-tech dash LCD screen, which I do like. Of course it's a manual, and let's get a cold start. So there's a lot of new stuff in here to me. We're clicking the performance tab. It says please wait. Performance page is loading. Ooh, it tells you oil pressure. That's pretty nice.
Can you just scoot back?
Horsepower. That's horsepower. That's awesome.
I like it.
I like that a lot. Dyno. You got your own dyno built into the car. That's pretty sick. We're now in track mode, or the drive modes. It's on track. Race options. You got line lock. We're not going to do that because this is a we got to borrow this car. Oh, now we can rev a little more. This car has a gorgeous orange Mopar color. Don't know the name of the official color, but whoever the previous owner was left the original chin splitters on, so those are like 2 years old. Those got to come off. Love the hood with the vents. It's got the same front hood vent as the Hellcat, and this is all functional. I can feel heat dissipating out of here. And this hood is very, very lightweight. There's little to no weight to it. It's a 392 in here. Got the halo with the intake headlights.
Wow.
Sitting on 20-inch wheels. Rears are 245s. I am surprised that there's 245s on a 392. You'd think there'd be something a little wider. My boss has 285s on the back and 255s up front. So I did expect more. And let's get a look from the inside. Like I said, you got the stitched SCATPACK, just kind of like the Boss, but you got a cloth seat. There's no Alcantara in here, which is, I kind of wish they did have. I do like the way the shifter feels in there. And then there is a lot of room in this back seat. But we're gonna get the kids all buttoned up and we're gonna go for a ride. So I do love the way the shifter is. This is a perfect spot. It's exactly where my hand sits. The armrest literally ends in a perfect spot right from my elbow. I really like the feel of this, very ergonomic. I do like the display, very clean display up front. Steering wheel feels meaty, but not too big. That's a good feel as well. Ooh, you got telescoping steering wheel too, so you can get yourself to the right distance, and I'm gonna leave it right about there all the way in. Lock it in place. Out in the SCATPACK. All right, so something to notice right now is you can definitely feel that you're in a beefier car, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It is way wider, but I'm not against that at all. You know, Dodge, they kind of did their thing. They did exactly what they had to do. They wanted to make the big car they wanted to make the Challenger true to the original, which is what they did. And in order to do that, they just had to throw a lot of power at a large vehicle. And there's nothing wrong with that. As you guys can see, our outside temperature is 100 degrees, so we're kind of up against it today. But let's see if we can get some exhaust notes. You can tell this car still has a stock exhaust, so it's not going to be too crazy loud. All right, here we go. So we didn't do anything too crazy there. It's got some get up and go for how heavy it is. I feel like the Boss is definitely nimbler, but I left the traction control on because with those 245 tires, I feel like if I turned it off, all she would do is spin like crazy.
That's a good turn. Yeah, it feels like it's way beefier and
Let's go. The shifter feels good. It's definitely secure. I do believe the SCATPACKs are using a Tremec shifter. I'd have to look that up, but nice clean shifts. I definitely like the way the shifter feels. And the ball is really comfortable in my hand. Yeah, it's a nice cruising vehicle. I have it in track mode, but man, it still feels very good. It is heavy. You can tell it's heavy, but it responds well on the road, I'd say. Definitely a front heavy car though. I'll go this way. Nice clean shifts. I do like the way it feels, guys. If you've been on the channel long enough, you know back in the day, I've told the story, I was actually looking for a Challenger well before I ever decided to get a Mustang. I actually hated the Mustangs, and I really wanted one of these things really bad. And for a big guy like me, it's not a horrible idea because I actually sit in here really comfortably. Big turn. Ooh, handles it pretty well. The steering wheel's nice feel. I do prefer the Alcantara, I believe. My hand actually slipped off the shifter ball there. And I missed the shift. Here's a turn. Right back where we were before. The Hemi, man, it is hard to beat a Hemi sound, that's for sure. Come on. People just jumping out in front of blind turns without even looking. And then when you cruise in 6th gear, it is quiet. Here we go. I kind of expected a little more low-end torque. I mean, maybe it's got tons of torque. It's just that the car is just heavy. I do love the shifter, guys. I'm not gonna lie. The shifter feels great. I do like the way the seat feels. I'm in here really comfortably. Dash is immense. There's a lot of dash space up there. I can't even really reach the windshield. And when I was installing little man back there, which he's conked out back there, it is a good little reach. So if the question is, can I own a muscle car and still be a family guy? I'd say yes. I do it in a Boss 302. I trailer kids' cars to car shows, stuff like that. If you need more practicality, then obviously I can understand why you'd move out of it. But you know what? The kids love it. He's back there just zinged out, man. A SCATPACK is a great option in my opinion. There's plenty of space in here, especially if you're a larger person like myself and you have a decent sized family. There's even 3 seats back there, whereas my boss only has 2. So just to show you real quick, the apps you got full climate control, power, all that. Controls for your seat, heated seats, heated steering wheel.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. Mirror dimmer. Your apps, you got your Wi-Fi hotspot, SRT mode. What is that? Okay, we didn't even play with that earlier. We were in track mode, so I think we're good. What's your SRT dashboard? Your launch control set point. That's pretty neat. You got pre-stage. You got line lock. Awesome. Sync up to your phone, obviously. All these settings. And your performance data here at the end, where you can go through timers. You go to your gauges, gives you oil pressure, oil temperature, coolant temp, battery voltage. G-force gauge is pretty neat. Peak, tells you peak. 8.86, looks like we were able to get close to a 0.9. It's pretty good with 245 tires in my opinion. Oil pressure, torque, horsepower gauges. Another way to see it is right here on your dyno sheet. All in all, I think the SCATPACK is a great car. I do love the headlights. I love you got the, I don't know if this is an after option, but you can see the Hellcat is up in there in the intake of the eyelet here. And you can't beat the Mopar orange. These two look great in the garage together, I think. In terms of practicality, if you need the space, I think the Challenger is the car to get. If you want the nimbleness and quickness, I'd stick with my Boss 302. I'm not trading in today, guys. Like I said, if you see my other videos, I come and do these test drives all the time. We'll come back out here very soon and we'll test drive this Bullet, assuming it's still here. I've never driven a Bullet. I've never even driven a 2018 and up Mustang other than the Roush from Skip Barber Racing. But little man's back there zonked out. We're gonna get him out of there. If you guys enjoyed this video, please click that like button down below. If you're in the market for a SCATPACK, come check them out here at Moore Buick GMC in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Tell them I sent you, they'll hook you up. That's gonna do it for today's video. Please click that like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more Boss 302 and car content. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen